Alright, good morning class. My name is Mr. Serrano, but in this class, I want you guys to address me as Ginoong Magiting. Alright? Ginoong Magiting. Alright, please stand for a prayer. Let us pray. Can someone lead a prayer? Please do so. Thank you for that. Alright, let's pray. Alright, before you take your seat, kindly pick up all the pieces of paper under your chairs and tables. Right, please do so. Alright, thank you for doing that. You may now take your seat. Alright, guys, how are you? How are you today? Do you have any concern that you want to raise or before we proceed to our lesson? Or by the way, class secretary, who is the class monitor here? Alright, may I know the status of our attendance for today? Alright, thank you for that. And I'm so happy that we have a complete attendance for today. Alright, so before we go ahead, can someone give a quick recap in our previous lesson? Can someone do that for me? Alright, please stand. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Anyone? You can give any idea or learnings on regarding our previous lesson. Alright, thank you for that. So before we begin or proceed with our lesson, I just prepared a game for you. Alright, and this game is called... So sa tingin nyo, bakit mukha ni Charis Pempe po ang nandyan? Sa tingin nyo bakit? Anyone? Alright. Okay. So this game is called Pyramid. Right? The game is very simple. We're just going to build a pyramid using paper cups. So for better understanding of the game, kindly please read the mechanics. Number 1, kindly please read. Alright, thank you for that. Number 2, please read. Alright, number 3. And this look like this. Alright, are we clear regarding the mechanics of the game? Are we clear on that? Alright, timer starts now. You may now start your work. Alright, time's up. Can you please show up your work and can you please present in front? Like group 1. Right? Thank you for that impressive work. How about group 2? Okay. Impressing though. Okay. So I just want to ask guys, how did you come up with this kind of arrangement? Did someone or anyone influence you? That's why you came up with this kind of arrangement. Alright, group 1 please. Alright, yung makakasagot o magpe-perform o makapag-present o makapag-explain kung bakit sila nag-come up sa kanyang arrangement ng pyramid. Bigyan natin ng 3 palakpak at isang shish. Alam niyo ba yung shish? Of course, you know that. Alright? Can give a shot. Alright, sir. Stand up. Alright, thank you for doing that. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Come on, group 2. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So basically, our lesson is pretty much related in our activity. Right? Because our lesson for today is about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs for personality development. Have you heard hierarchy of needs? Alright. Are you familiar with this topic or lesson? Alright. So we're going to discuss Abraham Maslow, levels of hierarchy of needs, the influence of Maslow hierarchy of needs for personality or to personality development, and the significance of understanding Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Alright, so at the end of this class or at the end of this lesson, I'll be expecting you that you can recognize Maslow's hierarchy of needs for personality development, and will also identify the levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs and its role for personality development. And you will be also able to demonstrate understanding Maslow's hierarchy of needs by being able to how to meet those needs through self-awareness by exemplifying in it in real personal growth and development, right? And lastly, show teamwork and cooperation through participating in a group activity. Are we clear on that? Clear? Okay, let's proceed. So, sino nga ba si Abraham Maslow? So, Abraham Maslow ay isang American psychologist and philosopher na nag-develop ng hierarchy of needs. Alright? Let's define first kung ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng hierarchy of needs. Can anyone read? Alright, please read. Alright, thank you for that. You can now take your seat. Alright, and it was also arranged in hierarchical manner. Hierarchy of needs, and here it is. First, we have physiological needs, safety and security, love and belongingness, self-esteem, and self-actualization. Basically, as obviously you can see, we have 5 categories under this pyramid. So let's begin with physiological needs. Alright, can someone read what is the meaning or definition of physiological needs? Alright, thank you for doing that. So basically, in a nutshell, physiological needs just simply means that, this is a biological requirement for us human to survive. Ano nga ba yung mga ano nga ba yung mga kailangan natin para makasurvive? Food, of course, pagkain. Mabubuhay pa tayo walang pagkain? Siyempre hindi. Water, air, sleep, right? O tulog, bagas Tagalog, in English pa kasi. Alright. And even sex is included in physiological needs. Hindi ko lang siguro na ilagay sa pyramid. Pero kasama ang sex dito. Sa tingin nyo, bakit kasama ang sex sa physiological needs ng tao? Anyone can give a shot, or do you have any idea why sex is included or part of physiological needs? Right, stand up. Alright, tatlong palakpak at lang shish. 1, 2, 3, shish. Alright, ang galing mo bata. Alright, sex is included because reproduction is vital to the survival of human species. Alright, it's vital for us. How can we be multiplied kung di tayo magpe-perform ng sex? Right? Did you get my point, guys? Paano tayo madadagdagan or multiply kung walang sex? That's why sex is included in physiological needs. So next up, we have safety and security. Can you read? Alright? Thank you for that. So these are the needs for safety and security. So paano nga ba natin masasabi na tayo ay physically safe, emotionally safe, and financially stable? Anyone? Alright, at the back. Okay. Thank you for that answer. Really appreciate that. So, physical safety. Let's start with physical safety. We can say that we are physically safe if, of course, we have a shelter that can protect us from typhoon, bad weather, severe weather, or any calamity, right? And away from disaster or war. we can say that we are physically safe. How about emotional safety? Anyone? Emotional safety. Anyone? Alright, please stand. Thank you for that wonderful answer. So we can say that we are emotionally safe if we are surrounded by people, yung mga hindi judgmental na tao, or not judgmental, at yung mga taong nire-respect na tayo. We can say that we are emotionally safe by that. And lastly, financially stable. This is a very self-explanatory. Financially stable, mean to say you have a stable income. You are always expecting a paycheck once or twice a month. That could make a living. You can say that. In that sense, we can say that we are financially stable. Are we clear on that? Okay. Thank you. Next step or next level, we have love and belonging. Alright, love and belonging is. Can you please read? Alright, thank you for that. Okay, so love and belonging. The best example on this level, which I think is the quote, no man is an island. Have you heard of it? No man is an island. Alright. No man is an island. Because no one is truly sufficient. Right? Everyone must rely on the company and comfort of others in order for us to thrive. Right? No one is an island. Right? Alright, next up we have self-esteem. Please read. Alright, thank you for that. So basically, in a nutshell, these are the ego needs or the status. We humans are motivated. On this level, we are motivated of getting recognition from others and high status of respect, and of course the feeling of importance. These are the needs for self-esteem. And lastly, we have self-actualization. Self-actualization. Please read. Okay, thank you for that. You may now take your seat. For me, self-actualization, in my own understanding, this is the best version of yourself. Right? Did you get it right? The best version of yourself. It is simply because, course, obviously, you were able to meet all those previous needs, like physiological safety, love, and self-esteem, and self-actualization. You were not able to meet your full potential. Nahanap mo na yung purpose mo. Nahanap mo na yung meaning mo sa ginagawa mo. That's why I consider this as best version of yourself. Right? This is placed on the peak of the pyramid because this is the point which a person already realizes, this is me. Right? This is me. I also already realizes my full potential. I found my purpose. I found meaning of what I'm doing. That is what self-actualization is. Alright? Are we clear on that? Clear? Okay, do you have any questions? Alright. So, ano nga ba apekto nito sa ating personality development? Do you have any idea kung ano yung how can it affect hierarchy of needs sa ating personality development? So first, let's define what personality development is. So personality development is a process of developing and enhancing one's personality. Right? Are we clear on that? Are we clear on the definition of personality development? Okay? Alright. So, first, unahin natin yung physiological needs. Ano nga ba yung papel nitong hierarchy of needs sa ating personality development. Alright, as we discussed a moment ago, physiological needs, ito yung mga food, air, water, shelter, clothing. Sa tingin nyo guys, madedevelop ba natin yung sarili natin kung wala tayong pagkain, walang tubig, walang maayos na gamit? Tingin nyo madedevelop pa sa sarili natin? I don't think it is, right? Because if a person's physiological needs are not met, they tendency nito guys, they will focus all their energy on meeting these needs. And this can cause a person to be irritable, anxious, unable to focus on anything else. Right? Yun papel ng hierarchy of needs sa ating personality development. Specifically, physiological needs. Alright, next up, we have safety and security. So, sa tingin nyo ba, guys, madedevelop natin ang sarili natin kung if we are feel unsecured or not safe. Imagine, nasa gitna tayo ng gera. I don't think makapag-focus tayo sa personality development. Right? If a person does not feel safe and secure, they may experience anxiety and fear. Right? Are you getting my point? Are we clear on that? Safety and security. Okay. And next up, love and belongingness. Love and belonging needs. So if a person does not have sense of belonging, sabi dito, if a person does not have sense of belonging or feel loved, they may experience loneliness and depression. Are you agree with that? Are you agree with that, guys? And of course, low self-esteem. Kasi minsan, di ba, kapag wala tayong malakas na support from our family or friends, or not feeling that, ang tendency parang ayaw mo nang kumilos, ayaw mo nang gumalaw, ayaw mo nang mag-move forward. Hindi ka na makagalaw, hindi ka na makagawa ng mga bagay na gusto mong gawin. Right? Kasi, para saan? Kapag ang baba na ng self-esteem mo. That can lead to social isolation and difficulty forming relationships. Right? Thus, we cannot develop our personality if we are not feeling loved, feeling valued, or hindi man tayo nare-respeto ng mga tao sa paligid natin. Right? You getting my point? Okay. Clear on that. Do you have any questions, any concern? Alright. Next up, we have self-esteem needs. So, self-esteem needs. Self-esteem needs. Alright, it says here that if a person does not feel respected or valued, they may experience low self-esteem and lack of confidence. That this can lead to lack of motivation and difficulty or achieving goals. Can someone give a shot or idea, or what is your understanding regarding this? Anyone? Is there anyone at the back? Right? No? Are we clear on that? Are we clear on this explanation? Okay? Alright. So next up lastly we have self-actualization. It says here that if a person does not pursue personal growth and fulfillment, they may feel unfulfilled and unsatisfied with their life. This can lead to a lack of purpose and a sense of meaninglessness. This is, for me, the saddest part. Because we only live once, right? And since this is the best version of ourselves, bakit hindi pa natin kunin? Bakit hindi pa natin gawin? Bakit hindi pa natin i-develop yung personality natin to achieve self-actualization? Am I making any sense? Right? Because at the end of the day, we are humans. We are always motivated to move forward. So, papel pala nito hierarchy of needs, the self-actualization. I mean, yung papel nitong hierarchy of needs, ating personality development rather, is to realize or to push us para ma-push tayo na maging best version na ating mga sarili. Mahanap yung purpose natin, to find meaning, and to fulfill mahanap natin fulfillment natin sa buhay. And we clear that. Alright? So, ano nga ba yung significance ng hierarchy of needs sa ating personality development? Alright? Can you please read? Number 1. Alright? Help us to understand human behavior. So, the tendency is that we can now understand human behavior, right? Like for example, if someone is so aggressive, right? Maaaring nagkulang ito sa kanya safety and security needs. Right? Maaaring hindi niya na-meet or safety and securities are not being met. Right? Number 2, provides a framework for personal growth. When we say framework, parang magkakaroon siya ng mapa eh. Ma-identify nga na kung ano yung mga kailangan yung i-fulfill. Kung ano yung mga needs na kailangan yung ma-achieve. I make clear on that? Okay. Number 3, helps organizations or even schools to meet employee and students' needs. So obviously, in an organization, for me, employee is the most important asset of our organization. And of course, here in school, students for me is the most important. They need to be motivated and fulfilled most of the time. Kasi ano mangyari kung hindi sila motivated? Diba? Babagsak yung kumpanya. Same goes with the school. Diba? Alright, am I clear on that? Clear? Alright. Lastly, provides a basis for therapy. So, being a therapist, ma-identify na ng therapist kung ano yung mga lackings or mga needs na kailangan ma-fulfilled ng kanyang patient. Alright? Did you get my point? Alright guys, class, just to wrap it up or give a summary on this lesson. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a psychological theory that explains the 5 needs that humans require to achieve a sense of fulfillment and motivation. These needs are arranged in a pyramid with the most basic needs or basic needs. When we say basic needs, ano ito? Physiological needs or safety and security. Ito yung nasa baba. And at the bottom of the pyramid or the highest needs, ito yung self-esteem and self-actualization. Makakalimutan ko pa. Alright, are we clear on that? Clear? Okay. And these needs, the needs presented in the pyramid are as follows. Yung nga sinabi ko kanina, first, we have physiological needs. Number 2, safety and security. Number 3, love and belonging needs. 4, self-esteem. And lastly, the best version of ourselves. Alright? Self-actualization. And the hierarchy suggests that humans must satisfy their lower level needs. Ibig sabihin, kailangan daw muna natin masatisfy yung basic needs like physiological needs or safety needs in order for us before we can fulfill and focus on achieving the higher level needs. Are we clear on that? Alright? Okay. Do you have any questions? Alright, next one. The hierarchy of needs theory suggests that our personality is shaped by our ability to satisfy them, and that our needs change over time. Kagaya na sabi ko kanina, kung ano nagpapamotivate sa'yo 10 years ago may not motivate you today. Right? Our needs change over time, influence our personality development throughout our lives. Right? But we have, and for the values of integration, I hope we cover up during the lesson. Self-awareness. I hope that at the top of your mind or the back of your mind, you are questioning self-awareness. You have the self-awareness, discussing the needs or the hierarchy of needs. Of course, teamwork. I can definitely attest to that during the activity. And lastly, as well as the cooperation. Alright? And for the assessment, this is very quick. I will give you an assessment. I'm so sorry about this. I will give you an assessment, guys. So, directions. Identify each level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. After doing so, carefully read statement below and write the correct level of needs being described by the following situations. So, write your answers on the space provided. Alright, here it is. Alright, question number 1. Alright, physiological needs. Number 2, love and belonging needs. Number 3, self-esteem needs. Number 4, safety needs. Number 5, self-actualization. Alright, do you guys have any questions before we end our lesson? None so far? Alright? Alright guys, I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you for all of you who are still listening right at this moment. Alright, this has been your teacher, Ginoong Magiting. Maraming salamat.